Hello everyone, welcome back. My name's Dustin Kreis, and today we're going to be perusing the June issue of Nintendo Power. And as we can see there, we got some gorgeous art. And what game is that art for? Why, it's for none other than Castlevania Lords of Shadow Mirror of Fate, the Castlevania game that's going to be on the 3DS here soon. And looking at it, I thought, yeah, I think it's actually going to be pretty good looking, so I might actually pick that up. I haven't picked up Lords of Shadow for the bigger consoles, but I'll probably get it sometime. Anyway, there's another little segment there, little picture for Lords of Shadow. There's a huge thing in here for Castlevania's anniversary, so when we get to that, I'll show that. It's a pretty nice thing. We've got a segment in here about the Wii Essentials. I disagree with some of the games they picked as essential, but we'll get to that when we get there. And of course, huge article on the last story. I really wish that this issue had a cover, like the cover story was the last story. Maybe when they finally do the review for it, they'll give one of these Operation Rainfall games their due on the cover. But here's more table of contents. I'm not going to go through the table of contents because we'll get there eventually. And the letters, which there wasn't really any letters that really stood out for me. But here's a cool idea. They're talking about things that they want on, what features would you want to add to the Wii U console? And they're talking about using that controller with the camera as sort of a light gun for, like, maybe we can bring Battle Clash back. Wouldn't that be awesome to have Battle Clash back? And use that controller with the screen to sort of aim and target, and that'd be really awesome, I think. The ultimate handheld, eventually, but not quite yet. And here's the thing on the score on Tails. Which game title is better, Earthbound or Mother? Yeah, I'd probably go with Earthbound too. You know. Coolest weapon from Megaman 3. Well, Topspin, because that's what you used to beat Wily in the end, but they say the Shadow Blade, which I think the Shadow Blade was awesome. But I had more fun with the Gemini Laser, which came in at number 2. Which type of retro games do you prefer on the Nintendo 3DS? Virtual Console or 3D Classics? Looks like Virtual Console's winning. I haven't played any of the 3D Classics on there. Does Mario intentionally steal the spotlight from Luigi? No, it's an accident. Yes, he does. Luigi forever. Would you want from Okamiden as a pet? Oh, the little thing. Yes, he's cute and he has got god powers. Well, yeah. Tails. Who cares about Tails? The Sonic character I most like is Tails. Okay, well, I guess. Coolest feature about of Pit from the Kid Icarus series is his sense of humor. Well, that is a nice thing. I really like the jokes in that game. What's old is new again. Here we have new Super Mario Brothers 2. It's going to be on the 3DS. So you guys that like the new Super Mario Brothers series, there's some screenshots for you. Oh boy, a hunting we will go. Spy Hunter. Oh boy. You know, I really like the old Spy Hunter game for the NES. It's really a difficult game, but I don't know, the one that was on, like, I think it was on the Xbox and the PS2, I don't think that was very good, so we'll see how that goes. Transform and Roll Out, Sonic All-Stars Sonic All-Stars Racing Transformed on the Nintendo 3DS, so that's coming to you guys. And the little snippet here on the 20th anniversary of Kirby, which it's really hard to believe that's been 20 years since Kirby's Dream Land came out. Japan's RPG summer heats up. And of course there we got a screenshot of Dragon Quest X. And then this game actually sounds kind of interesting. It's Project X Zone, and it's going to have, it's like a crossover RPG game with Capcom, Sega, and Namco. And it has characters from Tekken, Xenosaga, Dot Hack, Tales, Capcom Street Fighter, Darkstalkers, Resident Evil, Devil May Cry, Dead Rising, Mega Man, and Sega's Virtual Fighter, Valkyria Chronicles, and Space Channel 5, and Resonant of Fate, all in one RPG. So if this comes out over here, guys, check it out, because it's going to have a lot of It's going to be one of those big crossover games, and those are sometimes pretty fun. And then here we have Devil Summoner Soul Hackers. And another little thing for Soul Hackers. So, a nice little picture of Punch-Out there, doing the body blow on Bald Bull. Klonoa. Okay. Getting a star profile thing here. I really need to get into the Klonoa games. I have Klonoa 1 for the Wii, and then I have Klonoa 2 for the PS2, and I've kind of messed around with Klonoa 1 a little bit, but I never really played it for any length of period of time, so I really need to go and do that, because I actually really enjoyed my little bit of time with it, so I need to go back and beat it. And then here's the Money Sink. Skylanders Giant, which I have a friend who is, he's into Skylanders, and I was able to find him a couple figures that he needed, but wow, Activision's just going to drive this straight into the ground. So there's that. Farm Fresh, Harvest Moon, A New Beginning on the Nintendo 3DS. So there's some screenshots of that. I enjoy Harvest Moon, but I think I have enough of the games right now that I don't really feel the need to buy any more. New 3DS Color, Midnight Purple. So I don't know if we're going to see a console revision anytime soon. You know, they keep putting out these colors, which I have the black one. Though I would probably, I think that looks really sharp, you know. I don't know what it is, but I'm really starting to enjoy purple as I get older for some reason. And the Warp Zone showing, you know, 20 years, 5 years, 10 years in the past. Here's a thing on, you know, they interview the guy that created Kid Icarus. And for the most part, I found this to be, you know, the typical, like, blowing smoke up the guy's ass. And they only briefly talk about the controls, like, right here. And basically the guy's like, well, you just need to get used to the controls. And they ask, well, why didn't you do the Circle Pad Pro? Which I guess they didn't know about the Circle Pad Pro until, like, right as it was happening. So they couldn't really implement it into the game. And then there's, like, I guess there's no resources left for them to implement it now, so we're just stuck with those ground controls, I guess. But he says, well, if you get used to it, it'll be okay. But there you go. And Collector's Corner. Got some Mario figures there. Street Fighter 4 figures. And then these are actually really awesome keychains with the Megaman characters. So those would be kind of neat to have, although I think they would break in your pocket. I like how Wily is doing his, you know, pleading. And there's that Ocarina ad, horrible Ocarina ad that you see in every video game magazine. The game forecast, things coming up. The most wanted, number 1 again, is Paper Mario on the 3DS, followed by Luigi's Mansion, so that's cool. Wii U, Epic Mickey has overtaken Last Story, so, you know, that's okay. I hope they fix the camera for Epic Mickey, because I really enjoyed, like, the atmosphere and everything of Epic Mickey, but that camera was pretty bad, so. And then the Wii U, it's just a bunch of stuff that has not even really been announced yet. We don't even know what's coming out on the Wii U, so I don't care about this until we start hearing some stuff about the Wii U. And this looks like actually an interesting game. It's going to be on the, is it on the Wii shop? 3DS shop. And it's kind of like one of these cave story, you know, type games. But looks pretty awesome, because it's old school graphics, but it looks like it's going to be challenging as hell. So, I don't know, this is one maybe to keep your lookout for. Aben Hawkins and the 101, or what? Aben Hawkins and the 1001 Spikes. I don't know what's wrong with me. Maybe because it's only 10 o'clock in the morning. I haven't fully waken up yet, but and then the evaluation station for all the download stuff. Not really anything here. Colors 3D. Now this gets a recommended, but I don't. It looks like one of those, like, you know, maybe like Mario Paint or something. I'm not sure, but yeah, whatever. Nothing really too exciting. And another version of Super Street Fighter 2, the new challengers. This is the Sega Genesis version. So if the Super Nintendo version's on there, I don't know why you'd really want sort of an inferior version, but hey, if you want it, it's there. Here's a little thing about Disney Epic Mickey 2. which I will probably get because I really did enjoy Epic Mickey 1, and I want to go back and beat it. And man, that camera. Hope they fix that. Theater Rhythm, Final Fantasy. I'm not sure how I feel about that game, so whatever. Thundercats. Now, this is actually something, if this actually pans out to be an okay game, I'll probably pick this up because I really do enjoy the new Thundercats cartoon. I really think it's pretty good. So, there they all are. Cheetara. Anyway, SpiderMan, don't really care. I like SpiderMan, I like the character, but I don't like him in video games. So, it goes over the Wii, the 3DS, and the DS versions. And then here's the big thing on the Castlevania Lords of Shadow, which here's a screenshot of the in-game stuff. So I really think this is going to look pretty good on the 3DS. And like I said, I haven't played the PS3, Xbox 360 version, but I'll probably get it here soon. And I'll probably pick this up definitely because I need to get some more good 3DS games. So that'd be cool. And there's the cover art again without all the stuff on it. But yeah. And then this is actually a really awesome thing in here, kind of like they did. There was one where they did like the best Mario games in the last issue. This is the best moments in vampire slaying history, and it kind of goes through, each game and kind of shows you, what was good about it, and then there's a little segment about what was bad about it and stuff like that. But it's a really long article, and it's got a lot of great stuff in there. So if you're a Castlevania fan, I would say definitely go out and get this issue because there's a lot of Castlevania stuff in here, which Castlevania is a series I really want to get into more. I have a few of the games, and I've never really beat any of them, so I need to go back and here's the bad moments. And one of them is Simon and Captain N, which he was a complete buffoon. And then also the N64 games, which my wife actually loves the N64 Castlevania. So that's pretty funny because I put it in and tried to play it once, and I was about 3 minutes into it, and I was like, nope. So, but I mean, it's a big article full of fun things. So definitely check that out. Okay, the Wii Essentials, alright. Some of these I really agree with, some of them I don't, so let's go through this here. Donkey Kong Country Returns, this is the must-haves, by the way. I don't have this one yet, but I do plan on getting it because I love the old school Donkey Kong games. Little King Story, I've actually thought about buying this a few times, and I just never do, but I really do want to get it. It seems like a really interesting game. Metroid Prime Trilogy, I would agree that this is a must-have. But I own the GameCube 1 and 2, and this game's kind of pricey just to have, the Wii controls on it. So I don't know if I'd probably pick it up for a collector's purpose, but it's not really high on my list to pick up. And then Skyward Sword, I would definitely say pick up Skyward Sword. I think it was a fantastic game. And okay. This thing always falls off of the front of my camera, so that's what you saw fall. That's like the little lens cover there, so I really need to super glue that thing down. Yeah, so anyway, Skyward Sword, I agree. Mario Kart Wii, I do not agree. I prefer Mario Kart, really the N64 version. That was the best version for me, and that's the only version I think you really need. I don't agree. I think this should be on the next page, the should-haves, because the controls with that with the Wii controls are just awful, I think. Rayman Origins, I'd probably get it on something else, to be honest. I'd probably get it on the 360 or the PlayStation 3. Super Mario Galaxy, yeah, you need to have that if you have a Wii. Smash Brothers, yeah, you need to have that. Even though the GameCube version is supposedly better, whatever. I still think that's a good version as well. And then I can never say that, but there, you can read it. I don't have this, but it's a Capcom fighting game, so you know it's good. And then, of course, although it's the last one on there, you definitely need to have that game. Which, an interesting thing is, I just got my EGM also, like the day before, and they reviewed Xenoblade, and they gave it, like, mediocre scores, and said it was just not that good, so I don't know what they were smoking. It's definitely one of the best games this generation, so definitely check that out. The WiiWare Essentials, Castlevania Adventure Rebirth. Tell me about this game, guys. Is this good or not? I'm kind of interested in getting this because, like I said, I want to get more into Castlevania stuff. Cave Story, I would tell you to get on the 3DS. Contra Rebirth. It's Contra, so it's got to be good. Mega Man 10. I really enjoyed Mega Man 9, but I haven't downloaded Mega Man 10, so I can't really tell you about that one. And then World of Goo, I have no idea about. So the should-haves. Bully. Dead Space there. No More Heroes 2. I really want to get into the No More Heroes series, so I need to go find those for cheap. Twilight Princess. Now, I think this should probably be in the must-haves, to be honest with you, because it's pretty fantastic, but maybe they just put it here because they didn't want 2 Zelda games taking up the list. There's Klonoa. And Kirby's Return to Dreamland. Punch-Out! I need to get that because I love Super Punch-Out, so I need to get this one and give it a shot. And Super Mario Galaxy 2. There you go. Zack and Wiki, which I do have, but I haven't played it yet. And Sonic Colors, which I do have, and I've played a little bit of it, and I do really enjoy it. And then the Virtual Console Essentials. Right there, guys. Final Fantasy III. It's available so many ways. There's no reason for you not to get this game. It is my favorite Final Fantasy of all time. Legend of Zelda: Link to the Past. Again, another one you guys need to get. It's awesome. Revenge of Shinobi, Super Mario World, best Super Mario game ever made, and Super Metroid, best Metroid game ever made. So, a lot of great stuff right there. I'm not so sure about Revenge of Shinobi, but those 4 are awesome. And then the nice to haves. You got GoldenEye, which I do want to get this GoldenEye game and try it out. I think it might allow me to relive some of my youth. House of the Dead Overkill. Now this is a great game just because you'll be playing it and it gives you that action rush you need, but it also like makes you laugh really hard. So that's an amazing game. Kirby's Epic Yarn, New Super Mario Bros. Wii, Other M, which they do say even though the story sucks, the game is fun, so you should try it. Epic Mickey, Rhythm Heaven Fever. Mad World, which I do have, but I've yet to even throw it in. I just bought it one day because it was like $5 somewhere, and I was like, all right, I'll give it a shot. But I never gave it a shot yet. So, Silent Hill: Shattered Memories and Sin and Punishment Star Successor, which I think this should also be a must-have. This is one of the best games on the Wii, guys. Definitely go check this one out. And then the Future Essentials, Epic Mickey 2, Last Story, and Skylanders Giants. So. That's a fun little thing. And then here we go, guys. I have yet to read this article, but I was just looking at the pictures and just the gorgeous art, and so this is a reason enough to get this issue, because they have like these little designer notes on the characters, and kind of goes through like the evolution of the characters there. Like that was the first Zale, and then it was sort of a redesign, and then this is what he actually is in the finished game. And it talks about the stigmata on his arm and stuff. So I'm really excited for this game. I know some people say it doesn't exactly have the depth of other RPGs, but Serene. Now, I think Serene is just gorgeous. But they probably, she's not bad. She's just drawn that way. And then you have Calista, who is also very elegant. I really like the designs of these characters. I think they're really well-designed characters. We'll see how they actually play and stuff. And then Lowell. She's really cool looking too, and not that scantily clad. So that's nice. That's nice when you have an RPG where they don't always make every woman in there, scantily clad. Some artwork, postcards from the Last World, more things change. So nice big article there. And here's their developer profiles, which this guy did. Arrow the Acrobat, Turok 2 Seeds of Evil, and Sigma Star Story, Moon and Dementum, and then Mutant Muds. So, Bowser. This one's going on a little long. I need to speed this up. Megaman, little profile, retro profile there for Megaman for the Game Boy Color. Megaman X, I should say. And then we get to the reviews, which here's the Pokemon Conquest, which is a real-time, not a real-time strategy, but it's like Final Fantasy Tactics with Pokemon. So I don't know how that's going to be, but I suppose if I hear it's really good, I might look into it. But I'm not a big Pokemon fan, so don't know. And then Rayman Origins for the 3DS. And that's it for the reviews. So as you can see, there's not a lot of stuff coming out. That's because, there's not a lot of stuff coming out for the Wii anymore. And the DS is kind of drying up as well. And the 3DS is just kind of chugging along. So Nintendo really needs to get some stuff in gear here and start getting some games out. And I always love the community things. Which, this is artwork done with that 3D Colors game. So as you can see, you can do some pretty awesome stuff with it. And then these are awesome. They're like little cases for things with Earthbound themes. And as you can see, like that little house is like a whole DS carts, and then the big thing is the whole Wii games. So I don't see. Maybe I'll see if there's a link, and I can put a link up to you guys can go see if she does anything more than these two things. But yeah, this kind of reminded me. I have a friend who he made a Megaman costume for Halloween one year, and it is both awesome and highly disturbing because it's too tight on him, and like everything sort of sticks out, if you catch my drift. But he's making flower pots out of the Mega Busters, so that's kind of cool. And then this is really awesome. Somebody, I think they used a computer, lasers, and they laser etched this into this wood, and it's like a homage to Double Dragon there. You can see how it's raised out and stuff. Double Dragon 2, so that's really awesome. And then Lego Link. So there you go. Some stuff on video game music bands. And then these people are making Link and, or not Link, God, Pit, Kid Icarus costumes. So that's kind of cool. And then next month they're going to talk about the Wii U. So that's going to be a fun thing. And that is it for that issue of Nintendo Power. Perusing Nintendo Power. So a pretty nice issue with a lot of stuff in there. The Castlevania stuff and the last story stuff I think are worth the price of admission. So definitely go out and look for this on your store shelves. It's not going to be this cover though, because this is the subscriber cover, and they do different covers for subscribers and for people in the stores there. So yep, just another perusing the Nintendo Powers. So thanks guys for watching, take care, and I'll see you next time. Shut off. Turn off. Stop recording.